Namaste, good morning, brothers and sisters, भाइयों और बहनों, ladies and gentlemen, scholars, students, officials, professionals, learners, listeners, ministers, doctors. I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, welcome all. Your presence is really praiseworthy, admirable, appreciable. You are providing your valuable time. So I thank God for providing you the opportunity for listening the truth of research. Today we will study preparation of a working bibliography. A working bibliography is an essential part of the research process. It emerges as we research for sources. A working bibliography is the first list of useful sources we prepare. This list is a constantly changing one. As we get information about new sources, it can be added to the bibliography. Preliminary reading of indexes and bibliographies and general and particular works on the author and subject will provide a tentative bibliography. Almost every book or article we read may contain a list of the books or articles the author had consulted, and these books and articles may be included in our working bibliography. We can add or drop sources as we try to fine tune the research question. A working bibliography is never complete. The final list of works cited at the end of the thesis evolves from the working bibliography. A working bibliography can be prepared on 3 by 5 inch note cards or on a computer. We have to be careful to write only one source per card. In the computer too, we have to take care to separate one entry from the other. As researchers, we must take care to note down the details of a source immediately if we feel that it is useful in our study. Depending on the documentation style, all the relevant details must be noted. A little caution at this stage will save us from a number of problems at the finishing stage of the study. The following details must be noted down without fail when we prepare a working bibliography. Books, one author or by more than one authors. Name of the author or authors. Write down the complete name or names. The complete title of the book along with the subtitle if any. The edition that is used along with the number of editions that have appeared earlier. Yes. The number of the volume used. The number of the volume used. Total number of volumes if it is a multi-volume work. The first city of publication. If there is more than one mentioned in the book. The name of the publisher, year of publication. For an article from a scholarly journal, we have to include the following details: name of the author, title of the article, title of the journal, volume number, year of publication, the inclusive page numbers of the article, if the article begins on page 45 and ends in 67, we have to mention 45 to 67 at the end of the entry. For an article from a newspaper or magazine, we have to note down the following details: name of the author, title of the article, title of the periodical, date of publication, inclusive page numbers of the article. For online sources or internet sources, we have to note down the following information: the author's name, if any, is given, the title of the article or poem or short story or essay within quotation marks, underline the title of the books, the underlined title of the scholarly project or reference database. If the site has no title, describe it, for example, home page. The names of the editor, translator or compiler, if any. The date of electronic publication or posting or the most recent update. The name of the sponsoring institution, if any. The date on which we accessed the material. The URL in angle brackets with a period at the closing of the brackets. The name of the authors, the title of the article, the title of the poem, the title of the sport or short story, the title of the essay. Underline the title of the quotation marks. The underlined title of a scholarly project or reference database. If the site has no title, describe it, for example, home page. The name of the editor, the name of the translator, the name of the compiler, the date of electronic publication or posting or the most recent update, the name of the sponsoring institution, if any, the date on which we accessed the material. So this should be prepared for doing the research. Next is note taking on cards. In the previous lesson, we saw how to prepare a working bibliography. In the lesson, we look at two different types of cards and methods through which these can be effectively used. All the relevant details about the books we plan to read are included in the working bibliography. The information can be stored in cards. Such cards are called bibliography cards. Cards used for note taking are called note cards. In thesis and assignment writing, Anderson recommended two types of cards, 4 by 6 inches and 5 by 8 inches. He recommends the use of the biggest card for note taking and the smaller card for taking bibliographic details. However, for particular purpose, we can use a color card, light color only for bibliographic details and white card for note taking. The color card may be light red or green. The important thing here is that both types of cards, bibliography and note cards, must be easily distinguishable. Now let us prepare a bibliography card. A bibliography card must contain the following details. If we are noting down the details of a book by one author or by more than one authors, refer to the previous lesson for further details. A sample bibliography card, source जैसे source for example British Council, account number book 1, title name a remedial English grammar for foreign students, edition 10th edition. Volume not given. Author F.T. Wood. Publisher Macmillan. Place of publication London. Year 1974. Entries given in the card are explained below. Source. By source we mean the library or person from whom the book was borrowed. If it is a friend, write his or her name against source. If it is our own copy, write self. But source must be accurately mentioned. Suppose we want to refer to the name, we want to refer to the same book again, we can easily trace out the source from which or whom we have borrowed the book. Book 1. This is a purely personally entry. It means that is the first book we plan to read. This entry is connected to the note card. Second edition and volume. Include these two entries after consulting the supervisor. However, for works in several volumes, these entries are necessary. Next is place of publication. If any towns or cities are mentioned in the book, take only the first town or city. For example, F.T. Wood's book mentioned in the same sample card is published from two places, London and Basingstoke. In the card, we have mentioned only one place, London, because it is the first name mentioned in the book. Next is year of publication. If no year appears on the title page, look for copyright details. Usually the latest copyright date should be cited. For instance, if any year of copyright is 2003, it will be given as copyright C 2003. Using the same method, prepare as many cards as there are books to read. If we have 50 books in our list, we must prepare 50 bibliography cards. If we make more than one entry in a card, the entry will only confuse us. Similarly, we can prepare cards for the articles in journals, autobiographies, etc. However, we must always remember that the bibliography card is directly linked to the works cited pages of the thesis. When we compile works cited, a well-prepared bibliography card will be a great asset. On the other hand, a bibliography card with missing particulars will be a liability too. Many scholars run to the library at the last minute to get the details of the books. They refer to some week or months back. The chances are that